I know there's a lot of guys that need to know this information. That's why I'm here trying to give it out as much as possible. There used to be this sort of feeling that I felt before I was lean that I would get when I did little fasts, like maybe 24-hour fast, 48-hour fast, 72-hour fast. And this feeling I would get was this sort of locked in, this monk mode, I just felt so my energy was like preserved, and I was self-centered, and I could feel like me actually working towards something. And basically that energy has transferred over into a state of every day, like 24/7. I'm constantly feeling how I felt when I was fasting. And I don't mean energy depletion. I mean a restored energy, a different sort of tapped in energy that I was feeling. It's hard to put into words, but it starts to trickle off and play into other things. For example, when you get to this 10% body, most people say, just get to 15, just get to 15%. I think every man on the planet needs to know what it's like to be at 10% body fat, not only to experience everything that comes with being at 10%, but to actually know the type of work and dedication that needs to go in, and self-discipline and conditioning that needs to go into getting at 10% as well. It's not just about a certain amount of physical acts to get you there. It is 100% mental. It is 100% discipline, and just working day in and day out, being patient and consistent with what you're doing, and building what you have envisioned in your head to finally come into the physical life. The things that come with being 10%, you're going to notice them drastically more than at 15. The first thing you're going to know is, I remember when the first couple years going to the gym. And when I say first couple years, I mean first 5 years of me going to the gym. Before I was lean, basically before I was lean, before I decided to actually lock in on my diet and just stay locked in and stay consistent. Notice how I said my diet and not my training. Because the training is not the part that's going to get you lean. It's the staying on the diet, the food regimen, changing your lifestyle for the food. But before I started eating to get lean, I would go to the gym often, just as much as the average guy would. And I'm telling you, everywhere I went outside of the gym, I wanted people to notice that I went to the gym. I would wear tight shirts. I would wear shirts that make me look good. I would wear shirts that enhanced my muscles, because in reality, it was an insecurity that I wanted people to perceive me as what I thought I wanted to be. But in actuality, I wasn't even what I thought I wanted to be. I wasn't even what I wanted to be. I wasn't lean yet. I didn't have the body fat percentage that I originally wanted. I didn't look up the bodybuilders, but I looked up the superheroes a lot, and I looked up to my dad, and my dad was a big guy. These superheroes, when you see on TV, they have abs, they have veins, they had cuts. So I wanted to be big, I wanted to be strong, just like my dad, but I also wanted to have the abs, the veins, the cuts. You see it in anime. Anime is another example. You see the peak depiction of a male with being lean at a lower body fat percentage. That's what I wanted to be, but there was a lot of things I had to do first. I had to buy the food. I had to weigh the food. I had to stay disciplined with the food. I had to know what I'm eating and why I'm eating it. I had to know and do exactly all the things that I needed to do to get lean, and I just wasn't doing it. So I would try and compensate for it by, wearing certain types of clothes 24/7, and my identity was looking like I was something that I wasn't. Now that I'm lean, I can wear a vest, and I mean, you can see the abs through the shirt. I just woke up this morning, and I can see my abs, striations, and everything like that. I know what I am because I am the thing that I wanted to be. I don't need outside validation. I don't need to walk outside and have the tightest shirt on and go to the store just so people can see that I work out. I can wear whatever clothes I want. And the crazy thing is, I was bigger before, and I'm smaller now because I lost body fat percentage. So my mass is smaller overall, but I'm getting 10 times the compliment now, bro. Like, it's insane. I was in New York. I got so many compliments back to back to back, bro. Like, and it'd be weird because sometimes I forget a lot. Like, now that I don't need the it's weird because now that I don't need the validation is when I get the validation. When you stop chasing something is when you can actually achieve the thing, because what you chase has to run away from you. I wasn't chasing validation anymore. So the validation was coming easily. I was in a different fat percentage. So you can see when someone is big and has a higher fat percentage and when they're leaner and they have a lower fat percentage. I don't know how the average person could tell, because I'm like, wait, the average person doesn't even know what they're looking at. But somehow they do. They know what they're looking at subconsciously, whether they know it or not. They subconsciously know a leaner person over a bigger person in the gym, or a bigger person that works out. I remember I was in New York. I had got 3 compliments back to back to back, bro. I'm walking to a store. I was walking to a store. I got a compliment from a guy sitting outside. I go in the store. I'm getting a cookie. Mind you, I'm not getting any healthy food. I'm getting a cookie. I'm walking out. The guy said something. I'm like, huh? He's like, yo, I like your arms. Your arms is nice. I say, oh, I appreciate it. I laugh on my way out. Like, what, bro? I'm walking out the store. Another guy compliments me, bro. Like, bro, you're going to get mad compliments everywhere you go, bro. You're no longer going to need validation from other people. You're not even going to need it from yourself, honestly. When you, like, you're going to, yo, you're going to wake up in the morning and you're going to see, you're going to wake up in the morning. First thing you see, you take the covers off. Boom. You look down in your stomach. 4-pack, bro. 4-pack veins. You go in the bathroom, you brush your teeth. You're like, oh, shit. I'm actually that lean. Like, this is actually me. And that just plays right into your confidence. I mean, you're sure of yourself. So the confidence that you had lacked before is gone. It's gone because you know the work that you put in. You know all the things that you had to do, every obstacle you had to overcome, every mental challenge you had to, that was against societal norms, that you had to be against to get where you wanted to get to. If you're chasing confidence and self-validation outside, first thing you gotta do is stop chasing it and get leaner, bro. I don't know what to say, bro. Like, the second thing is you are going to gain a mass amount of respect. You know how when you were younger and you've seen somebody that just interacting around you, they don't even have to interact with you directly. They can interact with your family member, or just you see them out in the real world. And you look at the guy and you like, damn, he is big. Like, he is big. First, you start looking at people as they're big. And then as you get older, you start to learn being big, being lean, that's even better, because that person has discipline and extreme conditioning to get them to where they got to. That sets them apart from the big guy, from just the big guy who looks strong. You develop a respect in everyone around you. I swear, it's like pretty privilege, but it's like lean privilege. Like, I'm telling you, bro, it's a real thing. And I have experienced it. You know, I've experienced it time and time. When I speak, people listen to what I have to say. When I walk, people look at me walking. Like, I swear this is not, there's a difference between people glancing at you to be aware of their surroundings and to people staring at you to admire your physique, your look, your aesthetic, the way that you carry yourself. There is a huge difference in that. It's like you literally have aura. It's almost like radiating and people can feel it. And you get associated with certain things. People don't try you. People don't try you anymore. In school, bro, I was never bullied. I was never, ever, ever bullied. Except for like a couple things. But like, come on, bro. But I was never bullied on how I looked. Or I was never made fun of in that way. And the biggest part of that was because I worked out I started working out as a young kid. As a very, very young kid. Elementary school, I started working out. So by middle school, I was already above average than most middle schoolers. And then high school, bro, I could basically do anything I wanted in high school purely because of my physique, bro. It was crazy. Like, they have pretty privilege for females, but there is a like swole privilege. There's a lean swole privilege, bro. I swear it's a thing. And it's It's a different thing than just being the big guy in the gym. It's specifically being lean and being big. So yeah, bro, there's people that I interact with daily that are of a higher fat percentage, and they're getting walked on. They're getting walked on day in and day out. People are showing them no respect. Your physical form is nothing but what you mentally think you are in your head, okay? So if you are a higher fat percentage, what does that show? That shows that you don't care about your body. That shows that you don't care about your health. That shows that you're not disciplined and you're not conditioned. Now, there are big people out there that are disciplined and conditioned, sumo wrestlers. They're amongst some of the healthiest people on the planet, but they're disciplined and conditioned in different ways than the average person that has a higher fat percentages. They're the way they are because they can't control themselves. They can't say no. They have a billion and one excuses as to why they are the way they are. They can never be lean with the mindset and never achieve the body that they want to achieve and be happy with their current mindset and lifestyle and habits. It's just that simple. But when you're lean, on the other hand, people just automatically respect you. They just automatically give you the time, and time is the most valuable thing. You can be a part of conversations that you were never a part of simply because of your physique. It's crazy. Humans are crazy creatures. We judge off what we can see. And if you look like you're in shape, if you literally look like you are in shape, you are put together, you are lean, you have built muscle mass, then humans are going to put you in a certain box, and they're going to put you in a higher ranking just off your physique. The same way how when you see a baddie walking down the street, you put them in a different category than some chops. You feel me? It's the same way. Being lean, being at a lower fat percentage, being at 10% body fat is the guy's form of beauty, as a girl's form is what they physically are. So that leads me into my third thing, which is one of the things all guys, whether they like it or not, is trying to achieve, which is more attention from females. You're not going to be like Chip Skylark, where every girl is just chasing you down nonstop. No, it's not going to come in ways like that. It's going to come in ways where when you try and reach out to a girl, they'll definitely give you the time of day. They're going to give you the time of day over the guy that they're talking to right now. I always remember they're always talking to somebody. But they're definitely going to give you the time of day that they wouldn't have given you before. It's happened to me time and time again, bro. And it doesn't even have to be in a relationship manner. It can be in a work manner as well. When females start talking to you longer and just a little bit more and bringing up other subjects to continue the conversation. Not like I'm achieving anything. I'm just talking to you because I'm here to work. But you're speaking to me like, you're going a little further in detail. And, you know what I'm saying? The conversation would have been ended if I wasn't who I am today. You're going to get girls that are going to start coming back around to you on social media that didn't follow you. You gave them a follow a couple years ago, and they didn't want to follow you back, so you unfollowed them. But now all of a sudden, they popping up on your stories, they popping up in your DMs. They starting to spin back around. But it's like, yo, it's too late. Like, I tried to give you the chance back then, but you didn't back then. They didn't want me. Now they all like it's just like that. But in terms of your physique, and in terms of the mindset that comes with that physique, you're going to start saying no to a lot of things. And if people don't fit your standard, you're going to say no to that as well. I don't know how many stories I have of girls just doing stuff where it's like, wait, you wouldn't do this to the average person. Like, you're not doing this to that guy right there. What about me is different? And obviously it's because of my physique, the characteristics that I have acquired from achieving a lower body fat percentage. Okay, this is more than just looking a certain way. This is about your lifestyle, how you carry yourself, your charisma, your aura, the way that you socialize. It all changes when you get to 10%, bro. Females will start staring at you. I will literally be walking in a public place. I'll have on a nice outfit that accentuates my body a little bit, but it's a part of my aesthetic. It's a part of my fashion aesthetic for my clothes to be that way. And I'll be walking, and I'll just notice out the corner of my eye, just some girl just looking at me, and just not just glancing, like I said, not just glancing to be aware of their surroundings. When a girl looks at a guy and she finds them not attractive, trust me, that guy will not get a look at all. But I'm not even talking about a glance. I'm talking about a stare. A stare. Like when you see a nice car, if you're in the cars and you see a nice car and it breaks your neck, I'm talking about one of those. I'm walking And I will literally see the girl look at me. I look away, I look back, and sometimes I look back at them 3 times just so I can make sure, just so I can really make sure, oh, she's actually really, really looking at me. Like, she's actually staring at me. She's actually admiring who I am as a person, my physique, and the clothes that I'm wearing, apparently. Because, I don't know, I mean, my clothes definitely aren't off. But just staring. And I've even seen it in instances where the female is with her boyfriend. With her. Do you know what that does when the female is walking with her man, holding her man's hand, and she is staring at another man, and the guy is looking at you too. See, the crazy thing, this is the crazy thing. The crazy thing is, not only will the female look at you, but the guy will look at you. Guys start to admire you as well, because you now become the standard of what guys want to be. Like I said, they may not be running you down, chasing you down or anything, but there's going to be subtle ways that you notice that the female is definitely attracted to you in some sort of way. Another time, I was walking in the mall, and this girl was looking at me, and I was like, what is she looking? I was like, what is she looking at? I went to my destination and I came back because I actually wanted something from the place. I was asking her about the calories, about the drinks up top, because I wanted to get a drink, but I didn't know how many calories was in it. It was like a smoothie place. She couldn't tell me the calorie count because she didn't know at all, because it wasn't even on the board. Like, it wasn't even on the board itself next to the name of the drink. So I'm like, do you know what the calories are in this drink? And she was like, nah, I really don't know, but I can try to figure it out. I can see how much protein is in the protein powder. And I'm like, nah, it's cool. It's all right. So I started to walk away, and then she's like, hold on, wait. And she stops me, and then she starts asking me about my workouts. Mind you, this is a female who doesn't look like she works out at all. So clearly, this has nothing to do with workouts, okay? She asked me where I work out, and she's like, I was in another state, and I came back from the gym from there, and I had on a white compression shirt, and she was like, I just like your arms and your shoulders, and your waist is really small. And in my head, I'm like, okay, type shit. I know exactly what you do. I know exactly why. I know why you're continuing this conversation. And I'm like, I like to play dumb a lot. You know what I'm saying? I like to play dumb. I like to just hear girls talk sometimes. I'm like, really? Like, what about it is like different from like other guys? She's like, you seem really toned and really in shape. And I'm like, oh, okay, appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? And then yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's just stuff like that happens. You start, bro, God, bro. When you start seeing girls that you haven't seen in a while, in a long time, they're gonna compliment you on your physique. They might not even say directly what about you changed. They'll mention it in some way about how you've changed. Oh, something was different about you. Oh, what changed about you? You know what I'm saying? Something like that. And again, they'll come back for round 2. When you tried to hit them up last time, but you know what I'm saying, this time it's a little different. Another thing that you're gonna notice that's gonna change is your standard for your life, your standard for your living, your friends, your family. I'm not gonna lie, the truth is you're gonna lose a lot of people in this process if you don't have a lot of people already. Me personally, I surround myself with people that are going to elevate me and are the standard of what I want to become, or if not, close to it, or we're doing it together. In order to get a 10% body fat, there's going to be a lot of things you're going to have to say no to. You're going to have to say no to going out to eat. You're going to have to say no to indulging in foods with other people. You're going to have to say no to eating out on holidays, or eating just to feel better with your girlfriend or with your mom or your dad or your friend or your cousin or anything like that. You are going to have to do things on your timeline, and it's only going to work for you, for you. That's it. I'm going to say that again. You're going to have to do things on your timeline. It's only going to work for you when it benefits you. If you have your refeed day on a certain day of the week, and somebody just missed you on your refeed day and they want to go out to eat, they're just going to have to wait until the next week. And that's just going to be that simple, because you are prioritizing your physical physique over the comfort in the socializing of eating over food. Like, honestly, that's so stupid. Why are we giving in to what other people want when it comes to our health, but we're so quick to tell other people what they're doing wrong time and time again. So, again, I mean, you're gonna have to, when you're at your grandmother's house, or when you're on holiday, on vacation, or even if you're if you're out of the states, if you're on holiday or vacation, you still don't have to just indulge in food just because you're out on holiday. Or if you're in the states and you ask, it's a holiday, like it's an event for the day, and it's Christmas or Thanksgiving or Easter or 4th of July, and you're around your friends or family, you don't have to eat the food that is being presented to you in that moment. You can bring your meal prep, and if you want to stay 10%, you're going to have to say no. You're going to have to be extremely disciplined for the times that you set to eat. If you know 4th of July is coming up and you want to eat all the food that you can eat on that day, okay, that's cool. But you need to make sure that you set your refeed day, change it to the 4th of July. And you need to be okay with having it on the 4th of July and not after for the leftovers, and so on and so forth. Same way for Christmas. When Christmas coming around, you with your family, and you know your mom, your dad, your grandma, your girlfriend is like, just have a bite. It's not gonna hurt. No, I don't want to have a bite. It hurts me not to have abs. It hurts me not to be vascular. It hurts me not to see my striations. So it will hurt me to have a bite. And not only that, it's not about just having the bite. It's about giving into something that you don't want to give into. When you're at work and a customer brings in food, or your coworker brings in food, and they're like, yo, pizza in the break room for everybody, that's for you to say, nah, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? It's going to get to a point where you're at work and people already know, Heem not going to eat that. Yeah. Yo, we got pizza. Why didn't you ask Heem? Heem ain't going to eat that. He on his own shit. He eat his own food. He bring his own food. He not going to eat that. Look at him. You think he going to eat that? That like it's going to get to a point like that, bro. So, you know what I'm saying? You're going to start saying no to a lot of societal norms, okay? You're going to be breaking societal norms. And that's going to go further than just what you say no to in terms of food. You're going to say no to a whole new standard now. You're going to expect more from people. You're going to want more from people. You're going to want people to come with a certain amount of qualities that you're going to want to be represented, and that you stand by, and that you stand with, and that you stand for. Yeah, if you want to DM me, if you have any questions about anything, you could DM me on Instagram at I am Raheem Denny. I'll leave a link in the description. And yeah, man, let's get lean, bro. Like, come on, bro. Let's get lean together, y'all. Let's do this, all right?